This is how we ride. This is how we do.
He chose GR on the first hit. This wasn't like later down the road. It was on that very first hit he did the Winger. My series competition director, Mr. David Axon, had told him, leave the track, you're done, you're DQ. GR done already snapped. He's already on
white girl
emotional
pissed
roller coaster. Yeah. And he did it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Once you have went to that level, now we've escalated to a whole different type of situation now. And that's when he did leave, he left and he went to his trailer like he was supposed to. And we did notify track, said we probably need to have some type of security or law enforcement or something along that nature to be down here so he can just, load his car up and then get out safe. Because we don't want somebody to get hurt. I mean, we don't want, if we can prevent a situation from happening, we are going to do it.
Well, you as a series have a responsibility, but a track does too, to have proper personnel there to handle such a situation, especially since apparently there were shovels being flown around a couple weeks ago or something, but prior to the event.
Very much so. And, I mean, they keep at least 3 Santa Rosa sheriff officers at the facility. They do. The main lady head in charge there, she was calling and getting people set. But before they could get there in time, things had already escalated where Ashton's crew member or his dad decided, you're messing with my kid. And
they have a history, obviously, personally.
They have a very bad history with a messy breakup from the year prior with GR, and things didn't go well. And one of those incidents being the I-75 incident between him and McCarter. So that was still lingering on his brain as well. So he's like, you know what? I'm done. We're fixing to go down here. I'm about to handle this situation now. I hated that. I would have much rather for him to go down there and just throw hands than have to use a weapon. But,
yeah, once you get a weapon involved, the charges go up.
It goes way up. So once he went to that level and used a weapon, that's where Santa Rosa really had to step in and do what they had to do at that level. And unfortunately, he's facing felony charges. That's
right.
That's a very serious offense, and state of Florida laws and everything they got going with that, he could really be looking at doing some jail time, We're not talking about, a week or a month or two. We're talking from a year and a half to longer. So that's where I'm getting to the point now where the decision is why the penalties were assessed down like they were. GR got hit with indefinite suspension, and the key word is indefinite, meaning there's no disclosed time of when they could come back.
He's going to try to buy his way back?
The door is open to come back. No, I don't take money. I ain't Trump, but I ain't
you said the truth there. Oh, he had a Trump moment. He said the truth.
Yeah.
He said the truth.
Yeah,
oh,
or my God. Neither, or she. So,
or any of them. They're all playing and pandering to their group. They're all playing and pandering to a group. Right.
But no, he can't buy his way back in. We don't do that. That's just not going to work with us. But, yeah, we're going to discuss with them privately. Right now, we just need to let some time pass so we can assess what we would need. Because in the 40 years of this series, we've actually never dealt with this. And we're the oldest series as far as super late model entities in the entire world.
At the end of the day, I think what your job, unfortunately, in this is like, no matter what Ashton's dad goes into that courtroom and says and tries to justify what Ashton did. First of all, the judge has probably never heard of a dirt track. Don't know what a super late model is. But He's gonna be like, I don't give a damn about any of that. I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the history. I mean, you could come in there and maybe the lawyers are gonna write a book as to why he acted like this. But I mean, outside of catching your woman with another man, you can't just shoot or hit a guy with a hammer. Apparently, is that temporary? Is he gonna plead temporary insanity? I mean, good luck. But your job, I think, y'all's job in that scenario was to somewhat be the judge of understanding why Ashton's dad might have went over and done that. Because a lot of people agreed with what he did. If you're going to do that to us and destroy our race cars, then you deserve to get a hammer over the damn head. I mean, that's the community we're in, but eye for an eye in a way. And y'all are the only judge that could have actually, righteously made a decision on that.
That's correct. And I mean, I've known Gary and Ashton for a long time. I've watched Ashton since he was 13, driving bandoleros, and I mean that was beyond Gary getting out of character, because Gary's very mild-mannered. He's a very mild-mannered man. He doesn't get in. He really doesn't go around messing with anybody. That's scary. He's a good friend, but I know. And I can understand his mindset why he reacted. He's a father first. At the end of the day, that's still his kid. No matter the age of a child, that's still his kid. And that's just paternal instincts. He's going to defend his child regardless. So that's why he acted in the manner that he did. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm going to cut him slack for what he's doing, but his reason being the 60-day with a zero-tolerance probation, and I need to emphasize to people understand what a zero-tolerance probation is not okay, you go over there and punch somebody in. It could be something as simple where you acted out towards an official, called them out their name. We're not going to deal with that. You can go for an indefinite suspension. If he jumps the start, they can put him on grounds of being for an indefinite suspension. That's when we say zero tolerance, we literally mean like
whatever the receiver says, you do.
If you do it, you come act accordingly, run your race, make your money, see you next week.
Right. So, if you think they called a BS call, he can't get out the car at Victory Lane and say, I don't know about that restart, thought that was stupid, or something. That's he could, that's a violation technically.
That is a very huge violation. That's why we said it's zero tolerance. Hence zero tolerance, period. But 60 days being just because of the actions of his crew. Cause what Ashton did, we're kind of old school, we're Southern. You get out there, roll around in the dirt, dust yourself off, go to pay one to go get your money, see you next week. But because of the action of his crew, he's responsible for it. We gave him 60 days because he has a bigger issue out of his dad that he has to deal with later on. And that's with the whole felony case that he's got to deal with. He got 2 felony cases against him. So we took that into this situation as well to assess that punishment.
Well, and you saw with Freeman leaving the team, it does seem like, even though I think that the court is going to side with, or is going to look at Ashton's dad as the problem, I think the racing community sees GR Smith as the problem in this whole ordeal.
Yeah, and that's the court of public opinion for you. And the court of public opinion does make a difference. I know people are like, well, we shouldn't worry about what people say and what they do, but it does create a huge factor in that situation. And people got to be aware of it, like the things you say, the things you do, the way you move. If enough of the outside world society sees it as being a problem, it's going to be a problem. So somebody like Peyton Freeman and Austin Kirkpatrick, who were signed with GR, they're like, oh, crap, he just did this, and court of public opinion has passed their judgment now. Oh, I might get a thunderstorm now. But they said, we don't want to be a part of that. So we're going to remove ourselves from that situation. So GR has got his own fallout that he's got to deal with too. And that's the power of the society. Their words can't matter.
It's like a little dirt gang, man. You know, no matter what that courtroom's going to do, you're about to get back to the cells, and you're going to get treated how we see it.
Yes, sir. That is 1% it.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up.